Hey there, Capricorn community! Woo woo! My very last ones. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. My hat goes off to you in appreciation for your patience this time and being the last ones to get off the bus and making sure everybody had the popcorn for all their stories and such. Thank you. Now, let's get started, because we're going to get ready to navigate between the good, the bad, the ugly, the beautiful, and everything in between. Now remember that this is a safe and sacred space where we call in the angels, ancestors, spirit guides, as well as divine and universal energy to come in and be the protectors for all the positive messages that are going to come out. Now, keep in mind that this is not Love Tarot here. What this channel is here for is self-empowerment. And what that means is building those stepping stones for us getting closer to our soul beings. Thank you, thank you, thank you again for your time and your energy here. So let's get started, Capricorn, with the vibe. Right away, regardless, the show must go on. Could be holding back self due to distrust of others, unsure who is real and who is fake in their community. Worried about these others has Capricorn caught up. And let me tell you, I've seen so many different cards that are showing that Capricorn in this story is just, they're caught up. It's like they are stuck on that sticky tape that you put down for the critters and stuff. You got caught up. You can't get this off. You can't go anywhere. So definitely we're going to figure out what's happening here. So is this being caught up due to feeling like the things that have happened have been unjust? If that's the case, then you could be overspending on this stuff. Overspending your time, your energy, even thinking about it. I understand that the trials of the past seem like they're on repeat for you. It means like the same old stuff keeps coming up and keeps happening and nothing's changing. Let go of these liars. Just let them go. Liars are going to lie. That's what they're good for. That's what they want to do. That's what they practice. Putting your foot down to break it down to others. What you want. What you expect. What you're not going to compromise on. This will be up to you to solidify in your foundations of life and what you expect from these others, what you deserve. Because whoever it is, whatever it is, they are going to test it. They're going to try and bend your little rules. They're going to try and cross those little boundaries. And I say little because that's the way that they're going to come off to them. But to you, these boundaries could be something that are important, that are big, that they are things that you want respect for, or respected. That's why it's up to you to stand up for what you deserve. Remember, we teach people how to treat us. That's a little weird, right? No, I thought people already knew how to treat a person and individuals. That's what you would like to assume from people. That's what you would like to assume. But that's giving everybody the benefit of the doubt and saying that common sense is common. No, common sense is not that common. And what was that saying? Only trust somebody as far as you can throw them. I wish I could say that, we could trust people a little bit more. But if you're hanging around a community that's making you feel a type of way, that can't even respect you, then can you really trust them? Why are you dealing with them if you don't trust them? Why is this trust here? This issue with trust with them, for them, around them. Why does this have you caught up so much? Let's go ahead and figure it out. We're going to get started with the introduction. Angels, angels of protection. What needs to come out? Well, we have a Capricorn who's at odds ends when it comes to health stuff. Health issue could arise. I feel like with this coming out in reverse, this could already have something that's happening here. The stress of worrying about others is definitely wearing on this Capricorn's health. Maybe always having to go after these others is taking from you. What else needs to come out? We're wishing that we can sit at the table with others, break bread, maybe have a good night, a good day with dealing with who these others are. We want it to be a yes, but it's always no. It is always no. Something that we fear to let go. Something that we think time will solve. This is kind of what's feeding into the vibe, is putting the foot down. Putting the foot down, drawing the lines, drawing the boundaries, and showing that you're not going to accept anything less. Sometimes that doesn't require people to take time. That takes action. And it takes action to keep those boundaries up. There's a time to wait, and then there's a time to take action. Think about that. In emergencies, is that a time to wait? Or is that a time to take action? And what I'm hearing is Capricorn is having a spiritual emergency when it comes to their well-being of their spiritual side of self. This is why it's being asked to take action, because it's going to affect Capricorn in more than one way. Last card. Something Capricorn doesn't want to see and they're at odds ends with. Open your heart. It will help you attract more love. Ooh, ain't that the truth? If you want something certain and you haven't acquired it yet, but you feel like you've been working for it, then there's something different you got to do. You got to work at it a different way. It could be having to let go of things, clean things out, clean things up so that you can make room for other things. Finding the things that we'll say yes to, respecting our boundaries. We'll say yes to respecting that we deserve people around us that respect us. We deserve people who will respect our environment. We deserve people who want to meet us at that level. I mean, all the cards come out reverse except for the date night. I think Capricorn, you could be so tough and you can deny that all these close connections don't affect you within your community. But gee golly, if one of your favorite soft jams come on, you're going to sing it word for word and you are going to be the most lovingest thing at that time. You feel this immense amount of love. And I feel like you coat that with a protective, hard exterior. And this exterior could have been gained due to these experiences with these others. Maybe you opened your heart up to the wrong person, place, or think at one time, or it could be currently happening now. Let's go ahead and dive into the present. Universal energy, what needs to come out for the present? Two of Cups in reverse and Seven of Coins in reverse. Definitely we feel like any kind of partnerships that we come into line with are not fulfilling. It just doesn't work out. I don't know if it's that the others aren't meeting you halfway, or if you just feel like there's no ambition from these others to meet you at an equal level. Because usually the Two of Cups, people are looking straight at each other, eye to eye, mano y mano kind of thing. And Seven, it's usually a lot of working towards stuff. So right here, something's not working out, meeting Capricorn eye to eye. Yeah, here comes that fast movement. Right on to give it time and open your heart. It's time to do some healing. That's what that's given me. And when I say that, I have the Moon card come out in reverse, and I have the Five of Cups right here and upright. Both on this Seven, with the yes, with the let it go. Five of Cups. It's been a long journey. It's been a long journey for yourself. And for the Capricorn, they just don't understand how their world really is upside down when it comes to the things that they really wanted. You know, things that they could have been working for, working towards. This could be with people, places, or things. It's to the core self. They don't understand what's happening. Look at this Moon card. If I have an upright, look at how the picture looks, in a sense, upside down. But it came out in reverse. Now look how it looks upright. Not understanding what's going on. You're not understanding the view. You're not understanding why this is the outcome now at this present moment. And this is what's giving you a tower in the subconscious. There's that tower. Look at all that water. Capricorn, you run from that emotional side, but it's catching up. It's catching up. I have this Ten of Swords. Something here that we don't want to face. And I have this confused Empress here. Empress talks about fertility. Also, mother and child. A good relationship between mother and child. Empress is also Taurus energy. This is fixed because it's Venus. But because it's Venus, Venus also represents Libra. So balance and I have. And right now, whatever it is that Capricorn's looking at that they have, they don't see the balance in it. It could be with another person. Because there is another person behind that Empress. Or is this person the Empress? Then who is this other? Who is this other? Let's get a clarity card for this Empress. So we got two people here. Clarity card for the Empress. Clarity card for the Empress. Alright, what is the clarity card for the Empress? So, 3 cards. First one on the Empress. 5 of Pentacles and upright. All aspects of your life are open to disaster. Physical, emotional, and financial. Worry, stress, and insecurity. Possible unemployment, loss of home, health problems, weight gain, loss, and financial ruin. Support lost from friends and family. You are at the bottom. Seek support from religion or spiritual institutions. Another one that we have with a direct message. Who is the Hierophant? You don't see this one. This Hierophant lands on the Tower and the Empress, and just the Tower and the Empress. And this Emperor says, well suited for a career in education, medicine, or religion. Increase knowledge, education, and skills. Spiritual growth. Teamwork necessary for a job. Contentment. Bend to authority and do what is expected of you. Watch out for ethical conflicts. Choose the moral path. Your need for social approval affects your decision. I just want to say there is a lot of Taurus energy here with already the last 3 cards that I pulled. The Empress, and then these 2 are Taurus. Remember, Taurus is a fellow earth sign. Right here, they're asking you to get fixed in something. Fixed in what you believe, how you feel. Fixed in committing and how to get there. Seeing what has bankrupted you already that has you in the cold. And then building to get out of there. And the last card we're not seeing that you're confused on. Judgment. How to look at all this, how to change it, how to even go off in another direction, or even have the idea to go off in another direction. This judgment's also what kept you, or what keeps you on this long, desolate path by yourself, you feel like. This is a pretty isolated path with yourself. Look at how there's no green here. There's no outside, just walls. This is something that I've had a Capricorn who's kind of closed themselves off. And they do this part of their journey by themselves. They don't want to. Emotionally, they don't want to. But this is how they have to shut it down. Shut it down and deal with. Could be somebody who is not the greatest. Somebody who likes to look or act like they're the greatest. But they're not. I have a 3 of Swords here. Somebody who's not very truthful. Somebody that makes Capricorn overspend themselves for them. Because you have 8 of Pentacles. I believe when it's in reverse, that's embezzlement. That's theft. This person or the Capricorn likes to take chances. Somehow this has to deal with chances. I know there was a certain card that kept coming out when I was doing the pre-shuffling, and it had to do with these chances. What else needs to come out? Ooh, here we go. Alright, so I have this Ace of Wands. And this Ace of Wands lands onto this no facts. in reverse. I feel like this Ace of Wands really duplex somebody else here. Somebody else, or it could be the Capricorn. It's time to create something different. It's time to create something new. What was the facts? I feel like it doesn't matter if they're facts or if they're not facts. It comes down to what's important here. What's not important. What's going to help you create your next masterpiece. If this one didn't work, then how can we do something else? How can we do something that's passionately driven? Being open to our creativity, what we want to create, what we want as an outcome. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into the block. So interesting, I'm going to be doing lots of oracle cards here. So this one along with two others. The two others are going to come for the conclusion, but right here for the block, we're going to use what's the tea. So I want to figure out what's going on. How are these others affecting you? What is it that we need to have maybe a little bit of a different view for the Capricorn in this story? All right, so ancestors and divine, what is it that needs to come out for the Capricorn frequency? Ooh. I don't know, whoever this other person is, they are hard to get away from. They are very hard. The situation is hard to get away from. They could come back love bombing. They could come back trying to create a different kind of vibe, a different kind of outlook, a different kind of how do I put it? It's like when somebody freaks out or they act like a fool and then they try and come back and they want to, like it says, kissing somebody's butt, love bombing, to try and make that person forget about how this person leaves them out in the cold. Makes them forget how this person also puts out or has Capricorn deal with ethical conflicts. So remember, choosing the moral path is the key here. I don't even feel like this person honestly fully shows up when they try and kiss butt, because look at, I don't even have a head here. I mean, I don't see any hands. Like, the only reason why I know that there's a person really here is because I can see some skin here. Other than that, I don't see nothing else that looks really human. I know there's a shirt there. I know there's flowers. So I feel like whoever, whatever this situation is, person, place, or thing, how it comes back to try and make itself look different, make itself look softer, nicer, maybe like they're of higher standing in a sense, because I know that I have this light here. And I know that this white color here on this shirt does play into it. They try and come off like they're good, like they're pure, their intentions are pure. Ooh, let's see. Then we have confusion. I feel like you're very confused for the Capricorn in this story on how this person has built themselves up over time. How this place has built itself up over time. What it is you got a situation here who's walking the walk, but they are definitely not talking the talk. I mean, it could be something like word on the streets. You know, you could have some word be getting back to you about some stuff. Or you can sit here and be having a place that tries to put a curtain up to what happens behind the scenes. But with any type of reputation, it usually takes time to get a reputation. I mean, you have quick assumptions that people will put out there, but an actual reputation takes time and it takes work. And we're confused on the reputation of whatever this person, place, or thing is. We're confused on the negative vibe that surrounds it. Why? Because they like to have fun. Then y'all end up having fun. But it's that fun that keeps you dealing with that person, place, or thing. See, I told you you have a soft side. There's something that you really want, but there's also something that you fear a lot. You would rather not go after what you truly want to avoid rejection. A lot of people hold themselves back due to rejection. Can I get a clarity card? We're going to backtrack to this always partying. Can I get a clarity card for always partying for this block? What is the clarity card? I have a Queen of Wands on this Three of Swords. And the Eight of Pentacles signifies a popular and outgoing person. Attractive, healthy, fit, fashionable, decisive, and intelligent. They are a planner, creative, and full of new ideas. Practical with money, kind, emotional, cheerful, and easygoing. Protective and supportive of others. I feel like this is not the side that you're seeing here. Is this protective and supportive of others, cheerful, easygoing, trying to be the person who, how do I put it? Trying to be the person who others can go to if they're in need, whether it's emotionally, mentally, or even physically. But this Queen also lands on this always partying. This could be what's getting you caught up with these people at the same time. Because as much as we want to help others, we need to let others help themselves. This could be the very thing that has this Capricorn overspending. All right, can I get a clarity card for the rejection? What is the clarity card for the rejection? It's a lot. So the clarity card for the rejection is we have a 5 of Wands. In reverse, someone will try to cheat you, even use illegal means to take something from you. Do not trust anyone with sensitive information or financial accounts. Watch out for deceitful, dishonest people. Do not underestimate your opponents. They are powerful. Beware. You may not see it coming until it's too late. It's been too late at times, hasn't it? And I have a Queen of Swords here. An emotionally balanced person. They are wise from life's experiences, can find humor in most situations, no matter how bad. There has been a lot of conflict and sorrow in their life. Extremely intelligent, analytical mind, logical with a great deal of common sense. Natural leadership abilities. Will be honest and direct with you. So you are fully aware of how many times it's been too late. But what I get is you're not fully aware of how wise you are from life's experiences. Well, you have somebody who's trying to come in who isn't the greatest. This person, place, or thing. And this is definitely wearing at the wisdom that you've built up. How to trust your gut. How to trust your instincts. And another card we have here is this Queen of Cups. In reverse. That lands on these karmic friends. 5 of Wands. Always partying, and do I dare say that King of Cups here. So whatever it is, however this matches up, signifies a selfish, destructive person who seeks to manipulate and control you, has unpredictable reactions, is cruel, and seeks revenge. Perverse, twisted, crafty, and dishonest, immoral. They use people, then discard them. Do not trust them. I feel like you find this out too late a lot of times about people. It happens. It definitely happens. But still, you're not trusting your intuition because they're still able to come in and present themselves a different way. You're not trusting the intuition that you have, that you built up over time, dealing with situations that have left you out in the cold. You're not trusting how you're feeling about these people, how they really are, what they really bring in, what they really represent. People, places, or things. This is why it's important. This is why it's important for you to choose the moral path. There was another card in here that was asking you to, what is it right here? Seek support from religion or spiritual institutions. And remember here I talk about it's about connecting with yourself. This is what I think is really important here, is connecting with yourself, Capricorn. Being honest with yourself, especially in these emotions, because that's where these situations are playing you. They play your emotions. They play that soft side. Even though you got that hard exterior you give the world, somehow they can play at your emotions and not having you feel like that you know what's going on. They make you feel like you're going crazy, like you don't know what's going on. when they're the problem. Whatever it is, they're the problem, and they're stressing you out, and it's affecting your health. What else wants to come out for the block? You don't want to see it. Look at that. Put these ones together. You don't want to see it. These people, this place is around because you permit it to be around. But you permitting this to continue keeps you away from what you really want. And it's overstressing you. And it's closed off your heart. Closed off your heart that there are true and sincere type of people out there, type of places out there that will match what you bring in, because you bring in a lot. Capricorn, did you not see how many queens came out representing? What's happening? 2 queens right here and upright to represent the Capricorn in this story. That's somebody who's very compassionate to others, very accepting of others, who is merciful onto these others. When these others make mistakes, you keep opening that door for them because you have such a big heart. Just don't let these others take advantage of you. What is the last cards? I feel like that talks about today's day and age where we have to be friends with everybody and anybody, because it adds more to our followers, it adds more to the people we know. If you sat with yourself, Capricorn, and if it wasn't for these social media type of apps, how many of these people would you associate with right now? Really sit back and think about it, because these social media apps got us confused on what friends are, what good places are, because it puts up a facade of what they want to put out. Something you don't want to see. So you got to dust it off. You gotta dust it off, and you gotta try again. But maybe not with the same community. Maybe not with the same person. Maybe not with the same thing. Because your health comes first. That's the biggest thing. Being able to be open to love. Being able to be secure and being able to love others should be another thing. This world will make you turn cold because we feel like that's what we have to be in order to function. But that means you're letting everyone else win. You don't have to turn cold, and you don't have to have a cold ending to your story. But you do have to do something different. You have to open your heart, you have to let it go, and you have to say yes. Yes to believing, to understanding, to even wanting to connect with yourself. wanting to be honest with that emotional side and what's happening here. And if it's something that you truly want to deal with, if it's something that helps create more in your environment, or if it's something that constantly takes from you. All right, so let's go ahead and go into the conclusion. Divine and universal energy. What are the positive messages for the conclusion for the Capricorn frequency? What is it that needs to come out? Ooh, let's see if it did come out. All right. Good fortune in reverse. And what landed on that? Safe travels in upright. You can be a kind person. And you can do for others. You can fulfill that void. You can still invest in that. And you can do it in different ways. You really can. You can find places to volunteer for. I mean, you can donate. There's other ways to be able to be around people besides having to keep your door open just to anybody to walk in. You can go and do activities that are good for your health. In there you can find like-minded people, people who are striving, businesses that are striving to do more. And it could be on the same trajectory that you're wanting to go to. But the thing is, you have to open up to that there is more out there for you and being able to head in that direction. Really being concreted in your emotions about it. Because I feel like it's the emotions that take this Capricorn down. Your destiny is not to keep repeating this cycle with these fake people, these fake smiles, with these very taking energies. That is not your destiny. Whatever you feel like keeps happening over and over and over, you're not supposed to stay there. Your destiny is actually supposed to be something different, something that's more freeing. But can you get to that key to open that gate for you? Wisdom. This entanglement with this person that has this reputation here, this person who's in the background when it comes to you being left out in the cold, person, place, or thing, this person is what targets you. They target your intellect. They target, maybe it could be the many things that you have done. But the way that they target is they all target in a negative view. They want to point out, say, every mistake that you got stuck on. They want to point out anything, any kind of entanglement that they could shine a light on to disempower you in a sense. They want to find, it's not just one reason that they come at you with, it's multiple reasons when they come at you. This is somebody who's very intimidated by you, could be intimidated by your success in life. What else needs to come out? Karmic justice. Now, was it Pisces that I said that needs to get out the way so karma can hit whoever that need to hit whoever? For Capricorn, it's a little different. It's you have to unstick yourself. And you have to make that equal move to get the karmic justice here. It's like if you want to get water from the well, is you have to do work to get the water out of the well. You can't just stand up right there or stand in front of the well. And for all the young generations who doesn't know what a well is a big old hole in the ground that people used to get water from. Before there was that indoor plumbing, some people still are on well water. And well water is water that is under the ground, under the land, and there's only so much of it in that well. Well, what it is you can't just show up to the well with your bucket and expect the water to jump in the bucket, right? You have to get the rope, you have to lower the bucket down, you have to get that bucket to get water in it, and it's not over then. You have to do the labor of pulling that bucket up with the rope and then getting the water and going on your merry little way. That's the same with karmic justice. Sometimes we have to get out of the way, and sometimes we have to do work in order for it to come around. And right here, you have to do this work to get yourself out of the cold. And this is spiritual work here. I really feel like it is spiritual work. There is something here that you need to connect with. You need to connect with that higher power. You need to stop shaking your fist up to the higher power saying that why are you doing this to me? Why is my life so unfair? When you're not meeting that higher power at an equal match. You're not matching it. You're just expecting everything to work out, but yet you're over here with a very low frequency community, person, place, or thing that's playing you out. That's making you close off your heart. So how can you get yourself out of that? How can you pull that bucket of water up to you so you can take that water home tonight? How can you start the process to getting yourself in a better place? To start headed off to that direction that you want to be in life, where you want to go, the people, the places that you want around you. All right, so last card for this one. Creativity. Creativity is a wonderful outlet that you're not really open to. It's definitely something that can help weave our web of life. An additional hobby to help take off the stress. An additional hobby to help keep our mind busy when we're trying to do something. When we're trying to make these moves forward. Creativity, creative expression. This is another thing that fuels our soul being. If you're stuck, you're not moving, and all you're seeing is a dead end, then a lot of times a person in that situation is not feeling like they have no purpose. They're not meeting any goals. They're not surpassing anything. They are literally stuck. And what a hobby does is it helps bring progressive energy in. Even if it's finishing a puzzle, it's still an accomplishment. And when you're sitting here being faced where you're stuck, you're not having any accomplishments, and then you have this person coming in, the situation, person, place, or thing, coming in and trying to tell you about yourself, even though whatever they're doing is no good, it's gonna beat you up. It is gonna beat you up. But the thing is, a part of being able to release that stuff can be done creatively. It could be painting a little picture. It could be making something different, making something new, trying something different, trying something new. It could be even a physical activity. There is creative expression that we can do with our body. It could be as simply as dancing, busting a move. And even with that simple movement, we get our circulation going. So remember when I was talking before, getting a hobby that's going to take you somewhere, that's going to help you show what you can build. It can show you how you can have these accomplishments. And everyone thinks that when we step off into new directions that we have to climb the ladder the fastest or with the biggest steps. That is nearly impossible. We did not learn how to run before we learned how to crawl or walk. So we have to start with the smaller steps to get us to those higher steps or even to the bigger steps. All right, so let's go ahead and reconfirm everything with the white light oracle. This is a bonus message for this wonderful community because I am so grateful for your patience and being number 12 this time around. So ancestors, 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 what is our last confirming message for the Capricorn community? Magnetism of arrows. Whoa-wee, this is a powerful picture. Let's see if I can get his hand there. There we go. In a sense, we want the same things that we reach for to reach for us. That equal exchange. All right, so let's see if I can find it. Trust in what your heart yearns for without concern about how it will manifest. Take steps towards that which moves your heart. Reach out for what your soul wants and needs. Allow yourself to be vulnerable, for only then can you be truly held. That which appears out of reach or unavailable to you is closer than you realize. Maybe when you open that heart up, you can say yes to yourself. Yes to being able to get to where you need to go. Have that patience to give a little bit more time to meet up with whatever you want to meet up with you in that same type of energy. But maybe right now the biggest thing with being patient is being able to work on ourselves. Work on ourselves and figuring out what it is, where it is that we truly want to be, where we truly want to go, what we want around us, among us, within us, whichever, however, Capricorn, it is time to make the moves. And you are just that important. You are just that worthy. But this is something that you got to reach into your morals, into your ethics for. This is something that you got to get yourself spiritually attuned to a higher belief, a higher vibration, a higher frequency. And maybe you'll be able to get out of the frequency of these ones. But you got to take those steps first. Alrighty. Thank you so much for Virgo. Excuse me. Thank you so much, Capricorn community. Maybe I mentioned Virgo because Virgo is all about hygiene, and care. And one of Virgos in the Moonology says, you are good enough. Maybe that's why I mentioned Virgo just now, Capricorn. Realizing that you are good enough. All right, Capricorn, I'm done. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you have a most wonderful, wonderful, wonderful rest of your day.